first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Wentz first play going right to the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Wentz going to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams, that's how they put them on notice.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping.
This is intercepted. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Jones. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Right side to Watson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They get 14 back, but it leads down to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chase Claypool from 6 yards away. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, and it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones, he's got a man. It's his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Jones. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I'd say it's a pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, You motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. The Saints are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The throw over the middle taken in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Sanders again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. This complete left side to Aguilar. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Got a man. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Over the middle, into the hands of Woods. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nelson Aguilar. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock. And look at this, it's a fake. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
At the 29-yard line. Brings up second down.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes read a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Looks with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Barrios now from his end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime halftime, if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Throwing on first is Wentz. On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And this will wind up as Saints' first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Got his man. It's London.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps...
Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. You can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wentz. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44, Jones. That is caught. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so, not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And Mark, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can